Hello, we're gonna do some makeup. I just started wearing this 3D makeup. This is a product from Saint. I really am loving it and I wanna share it with you and kind of give you some tips and tricks on what I've learned so far. I feel like I'm still playing around with it, but I know that I love it from the very first time I used it. I did put a primer on. The primer that I've been using is Gentry Kelly. You can't find this in the stores. They have some stores, they're Houston based, but you can order it online, which is what I do. I like it because it has a little tint to it, so it does any imperfections that you may have or unevenness. It does kind of even out your skin tone a little bit, and I like it because it has sunscreen in it. So I did put a little bit of that on. And then I'm going to just do everything today with 4 colors. There are lots, there's eyeshadows, eyeliner, you can go crazy, but most of the time my everyday look is minimal. So that's just what I'm going to start with this video and to do. So we have our contour color, 2 highlights, one, a little bit lighter, and then this will be what I would consider like your foundation, and then your blush color, which you can also use on your lips. With this makeup, you can do it like your traditional makeup. We could use, this foundation color and put it all over and then do your contour. But that gives a little bit of a heavier look. The point and the wonderful thing about this cream makeup is you don't have to cover your whole face with this color and then put your contour on top of that and then your blush on top of that. If you want that heavier or more coverage look, you definitely can do that. For my everyday look, I don't do that. I go more minimal. And, too, like I was saying, with these makeups, this contour is going to give you enough coverage in this area that you don't need, any foundation under it. So we're going to get started with the contour. So really, you're just going to kind of dab it. A little goes a long way. And you're just going to go right at your cheekbone here. Just like your contour there. Yeah. I just kind of dab it in mainly, I don't rub. And then we'll go around the face. Now, you can, like I said, do it more traditional, if you will. And I could fill this in and then put foundation. I like doing it this way. I've tried it in different ways. I think that this is fun to put everything. You can see, okay, this is where this goes. Okay, my blush is going to go here. It kind of gives me a layout, and I like that. And 2, it gives a moment, because this is a cream-based makeup, to warm up to your face, and it just blends better after it's been sitting on your face for a few minutes. So that is how I've been doing it. But really, you can, play around with it and kind of see what works best for you. It really is, it's fun, and I feel like you just can't mess it up. Just a little bit of contour there. You can just, if you want, rub it in a little bit, but like I said, we'll kind of do it all at once. Now, one thing I do too, with a little bit of extra that's left, you can do it with your fingers. I've done that before too. I really don't wear eyeshadow during the week most of the time. I will do that maybe if I'm going out at night. So I just use a little bit of that just to give a little bit of pop. So that's that. Next, I'm going to use that lighter color. I usually just use, my finger, and I'll go down right here. Just add a little bit there, and just kind of in the corner and up where, but you don't want to put this lighter color all under your eye and then kind of make it raccoon eyes, if you will. So just in the corner like that. And then maybe just a dot here. You know, I have some dark circles. So like that. Okay. And then we will go ahead. Let me find my brush. And then I'll use this brush. And I'm going to use this darker color. Now, I didn't switch it out. I do have another compact. I have some, I'm going to use this. It's Candlelit. It's a little bit darker. I feel like it just matches my skin tone. The wonderful thing is this one, the previous one is a little bit lighter, but doing it this way and you know, are putting like this foundation color in here, I like it because it's kind of blending together and you're making your own color. So even though I feel like that other color is just a little bit too light for my skin, you can make it work. I can make it work for my skin because blending it with a little bit more of the bronzer and then across there. So really, that's that. And then I'm going to put on some blush. And I usually just use my finger because I just use a few dabs here. And you can use it for your lips as well. This color is called Grapefruit. Okay, now we're going to use this brush and we'll start blending, and we'll do the darker first. And again, you know, you can, if you maybe don't want to put that blush color on, you can wait till you have everything else blended and then put that in. But this really works for me, like I said. I just like the way it all kind of, you know, blends in together. And then you're going to push this up a little bit into your hairline. All right, and then I have to tell you all a funny story. I did this, I was in a hurry and got all ready, got in the car, and my daughter's like, Mom, did you do contour? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, it's not mixed in on your neck. So don't get in a hurry and forget to wipe it down your neck. You'll have a big old line like me. All right. Okay, so now we start blending in this other color, and you see how you just blend it in, and it just kind of makes, you know, your own color. I like that. Doing its magic. All right, so we're just blending it in like that. Okay, and then for the eyes, you can use this. You could go in and use this, you know, a little bit. You could use your finger or a blending. I think I'm just going to use this fluffy brush for everything. These brushes, you can use any brush you want. You don't have to use these brushes. I've bought a lot of brushes, and I can tell you these are just so really good quality. I like them a lot. And then here, I'll just use my finger in that corner. And you know, it's kind of just good coverage under your eyes too. I was out late last night. I had some bags this morning. Okay, and then you just do that blush in. What do you think? Too, some of this, you know, you may have thought, oh gosh, that looks like really dark. And it does. I feel like I put it on a little bit darker than I think. For me, it seems to settle a little bit after I get it all on and I feel like, oh, you know, I could have gone a little bit darker. So definitely, you know, don't be scared of those colors. And you know, if you want that contour look, you don't have to blend it in as much, or you can, just depending. But let me look at my other mirror real quick. Sometimes you don't know, like, oh, okay, I'm working out of a phone. I'm gonna use this lighter color, just a touch, and then just put a little bit here. And I feel like it just, you know, kind of makes everything pop. The eyeshadows are really good as well. They do not dribble everywhere. You know, they are like a fine powder, but they're so good. Now, one thing, like if you have any redness, you can go back in a little bit, add like that. Let's see, say you kind of messed up or you do want more of a line, you can always go back in with your brush, you know, with your makeup brush, and like make it more defined if you needed to. Just kind of dab, whatever you think. But I have some veins there. You just go back over. But I think that looks great. I love this stuff. It's so nice. No fine lines, no creasing. What do you think? Okay, so next, my brush here, I feel like I have hair. So, or my little blender, beauty blender. I have a little bit of water on it, squeezed it out, you know, and then after I'm all done, I just kind of blend everything together, press it all in. Like that. Another thing that I do, I didn't bring it in here with me, but I do use a setting spray. I do that. Some people who have more oily skin, I've heard that they do put powder. I do not need that. I do not feel like I need a powder at all. My face doesn't feel sticky or, you know, wet, or it's perfect. So I feel like if I added any powder onto this, that it would just be way too dry for me. So I definitely do not need powder. So let me go ahead and put on some mascara, and then I'll be right back with you to show you this finished look. And here is our finished look. I really I can't tell you, I just love it. And again, I like to go for a minimal look. So, you know, I could put more blush, make it more dramatic, eyeshadow, eyeliner, more lip color. But for every day, for me running to the store, this is it. You know, this is it. But, and then maybe just some setting spray. I will tell you, if you try this and you feel like maybe you are getting some caking, you're using too much product. You do not need a lot. So I have a tendency, you know, to do that. I certainly did when I first started using the makeup. So be careful about that. But certainly, you know, you can use that sponge or your finger and just kind of work that out. But then, you know, next time, don't use as much product. So I think that's all I wanted to tell you today. I will put all of the colors in the description that I used. I would love to give you a color match, and I will put that link as well. I would love for you to try this. It is a really good product, and I love it.